Here we go then, boys. It is time for the end of season number 1 for this Borussia Dortmund career mode. I just want to preference something right at the start of this one as we head into a crazy final season episode where we have the potential to win the Bundesliga in this first game against Bayern Munich. And we also have the potential to win the Champions League. That is something that might actually happen in this season, but I just want you guys to know that regardless of what happens, even if we win both of those trophies, there will be a guarantee of season number 2. I want to do a season number 2 because we're going to see players like Jude Bellingham go and Rafael Guerreiro, because I've seen some stuff online that there is a high potential that he will be leaving. So if he's going to go, then we'll make those transfers. And we're going to have to rebuild this squad. We've started rebuilding it with youth already, but this episode is going to be insane. So before we get into it, you know what to do. Smash the subscribe button, hit the like button. Bayern Munich to win the league title to kick it off. We're 3-1 up in the Champions League against Juve. I'm going to take a look and see how the other game's going between Barcelona and Liverpool. And it's Hertha and Union Berlin. So all we need is 1 point out of those games. I'd love to win it by beating Bayern Munich. But it does give us the opportunity, regardless, to most likely win this title in this episode, and fairly comfortable. I haven't decided yet who's going to lift the trophy, but, you know, it's probably going to be Royce. I think he probably deserves to lift it, and the Barcelona and Liverpool game hasn't happened yet. Now that we've seen forward a little bit, we can see that Barcelona beat Liverpool 3-1 in the first leg. That's not what I would imagine would happen, but, I mean, Barcelona's squad in FIFA this year is actually very good, and they take the same advantage as we do with a home tie against Liverpool. But before we can stress about any of that Champions League stuff, we have to beat Bayern Munich. We did beat them opening game of the season, but that's the only victory we've had. We've recently lost to them in the cup, and I'm so torn whether we play full strength. Let's have that huge game coming up against Juve, but we do have a lead, so I think maybe we tweak this just a bit. We can afford to make minor changes in order to have a very strong starting 11 for the next game. This entire series so far has been a heavily trust in youth projects. So why not do it again to try and get the result against Bayern Munich? I'd be remiss to say I'm not nervous about this one. I think we might actually get the trophy lift as well. Don't know how it works, but if we win the title today against Bayern Munich at home, it's a home game. So maybe we'll get the trophy lift as well, which would be perfect. It might leave me with the idea of not playing the final 2 games of the season as well. All we need is a point. We don't even have to win this one. 1 point from this game, and we lift the trophy. Not left it anywhere near as late of the title race in real life. Still gutted about that result, but these things happen. That ball into Daniel Malen is beautiful right at the start of this match for 1-0. Daniel Malen in the first 5 minutes. Bayern Munich's defending shocking. It's been shocking all season as well when they played against the AI. They have not defended well, and Daniel Malen exploits that. He's had a good season, and he's going to have to pick it up a little bit more next season because we're not going to have some of the stars that we have had. Could have a new look midfield with Jude Bellingham and Guerreiro going. That would be a huge change. Now, Almada's been great, so I have no doubts that he can step into midfield and do a job. I do think we're going to need a huge replacement for Jude Bellingham, though. It's going to be a very difficult replacement to find. What inverts? One of the superstar players we haven't had chance to use in this year's game, and I would love to get to use him. I feel like a second goal might be needed, and if they score, could open the floodworks a little bit. It might just give them that little bit of joy, that little bit of hope that they can get back into the game. We don't want to give them a shred of hope. Inverts behind to Gerard Moreno. Kingsley Coman. Such good footwork. Gerard Moreno, of course, the man they signed, along with Florian Wirtz. I think they've tried to overplay that a little bit. Going to end up with a second bite of the cherry, though. Kingsley Coman gets it across. What are we doing? Emre Can kick it away. 1-1. Pretty sure Gerard Moreno, although we can't see his stats right now, has had a very good season for Bayern Munich. In terms of in front of the goal, I think he's been really good for them. Been in this situation so many times. It's why I said we needed a second. I have confidence in the team we put out there, though. We can go out there now. Get the goal that we need to take the lead again. Berkes has got to find Daniel Malen. We got the run. Is Daniel Malen on side? I think he might be. Have I got Gio? I might do. It's going to be back post stuff against Muller, and I think Muller running at him just did enough to put him off. It's gone wide. It's a good ball in. I mean, it was a difficult one, and it is offside, so it wouldn't have counted. As things stand, we are still winning the title, but we do have a Bayern Munich corner now. Sadio Mane. Kind of felt like he was going to want to play that inside, and they do get inside in the end, and it is blocked by Emre Can. Can we start to break away? Someone get onto that football. Royce can't get to it. I am not enjoying this right now. Nicolas Sula, though, they're doing a brilliant job. Gio, what a ball. I've spotted a ball into Sebastian Haller, though. I just didn't have enough on it by Royce. Daniel Malen's making a run. If I can whip something across, I did. Oh, it's nowhere near him, though. That was such a difficult task for Haller. Moved it out wide again. Meunier having a lot to deal with, but it's Daley Blind. Daley Blind a lot to deal with. That was surely offside. Meunier does a fantastic job regardless. Royce will pump that one up to Sebastian Haller, who wanted Donyell Malen. We're not going to find him. Here come Bayern Munich again now. Oh, shot from Wirtz. Great save, Kobel. We might make some subs. Try and freshen up the legs a little bit to force the back line into mistakes. Let's bring on Jude Bellingham. I'm going to bring on Almada. I think, why not? He's played so well in the past. I want Haller Rayleigh for the next game. So Makoko comes on up top too. We'll have to deal with a Bayern Munich corner before we can think about anything that we can do. João Cancelo. I thought he was going to go on the inside there. He nearly did, Kimmich. Oh, Mane. We've been pulled out. Emre Can. Oh, my God. Mistakes at the back. Get it clear, Emre. That's 2 mistakes from him now. He's done so well at centre-back when we played him there, but 2 mistakes give Bayern Munich hope. Let's see now what we can create. Let's get ourselves back into this match. Let's get a goal. Let's win ourselves this title. Mada into Malen. Malen across to Makoko. Makoko slides that one into Jude Bellingham. We're right back in the game. It's Jude Bellingham substitutions linking up, and we are winning the title again. He's had a really good goal-scoring season, actually, is Jude Bellingham. He's wide open there, and what a finish. Away they come again. Gerard Moreno, look at that from Emre Can. This time he can get it clear. Oh, they have left space. Go on then, Almada. I can't find the pass. That would have been perfect, but we have actually left ourselves unhinged at the back. Well in Caicedo. That is the end of the 90 minutes, and Borussia Dortmund are going to be your Bundesliga champions. Look at the excitement in the stands. Look at the lads running onto the pitch. We have done it. We have won the Bundesliga. We've done what they couldn't do in real life. Gerard Moreno tried to spoil the party. Jude Bellingham, of all people, won't be here next year, but has been fantastic this season, helping carry on us forward. Now, the problem is if we lift the trophy, I don't know who has the armband, because I had to bring Royce off. He was absolutely knackered. I don't believe we'd have won this game if I didn't bring Jude on. So it's actually going to be Emre Can. Oh, that's so frustrating because it defaulted him to captain. This is one thing I hope they fix in FIFA. When you make substitutions, let you change the captain. Jude Bellingham should be lifting this, and his goal is the reason why we are lifting it. 2-2 the final score. Bundesliga champions. We've achieved one of our goals this season. The board will be very, very happy with us. Unfortunately, yes, it is Emre Can, but there we go. This is just the price you pay for FIFA. I needed to bring Bellingham on, didn't I, for Royce Rayleigh at the end of the day. When I brought him on, he scored the goal that won the game for us. We had 2 shots in that match, and we scored both of them. Count us very, very lucky to be beating Bayern Munich there. Now, Rayleigh, all my focus with Wolf coming back. Hopefully now we don't have to worry about the Bundesliga. That's it. That's done. We don't have to fixate on that. We can focus on the Champions League. Are we on for one of the most insane doubles I've ever had at the start of a career mode? Because this would be 2 major titles. Now, one of the main reasons, oh my God, we're playing Paslak. One of the main reasons why we'll still be here next season is purely the fact that we're going to lose key players. And I want to see the progression of us losing those key players. So it's Gittins or Adeyemi here. I am stuck on who I actually want to play there. I'm going to play Adeyemi. Not really had the game time he would have wanted this season. He was getting it, and then he had that injury, and Gittins was really impressive during that time of injury. So I do feel for him a little bit. There's going to be plenty of opportunities, though. He's very young. We've had to rotate, of course, but we are 3-1 up. Please hope that Paslak can hold out and we go through to the Champions League final. It's looking likely as well that it'll be Barcelona in the Champions League final. And that's going to be a really tough game in terms of FIFA. They have a brilliant squad. A brilliant squad they've added to as well, so it will be even better. But this Juve squad's good. Don't get me wrong, they're dangerous. I just felt like maybe they didn't create the greatest of opportunities. Vlahovic's goal was an absolute screamer, and if we can get something in behind it early, you know, we score 1 goal here, and I think it's game over. Jude Bellingham. Trying to fire off a power shot. I think the wind-up for a power shot is too long. If you want to use it in the game, like, it needs to be a bit quicker. I mean, they've got such good defenders on the pitch. Guerrero now with a shot, that it's going to be really hard for us to break them down defensively. They started making mistakes, didn't they, towards the back end of that last game. They were throwing the kitchen sink at us, and we kind of made them pay. Hummels with that great goal from the corner. Adeyemi's touch isn't going to send him through. Alexandro defending greatly. Guerrero, good footwork. Jude into Haller. Great position. Good save from Szczesny. The opening 30 here feels far better than the opening 30 in the last match. Drado. Oh, that was a good run-in. Bellingham doesn't come back for Mateus. We do eventually. Power shot, Chiesa. Oh my god, I couldn't even get in the way of it. Kobel saves it. Kobel's a weird one. Might be one of the best goalkeepers I've used again this year. Lafont was really good as well in that Tottenham series. I think once we built that Tottenham side, we were kind of unbeatable. And that is kind of the stage we're at right now with Blackburn as Kobel saves another fantastic shot. And to sit back and defend a little bit here now as they pop off shots from distance. They did that in the last match, and Kobel's pretty decent, you know. That's what I'm saying. Minus that Vlahovic shot. Kobel is extremely good at you just shooting from distance, and we're happy to let them do that. 0-0 at half-time, 3-1 on aggregate. Whether it's Barcelona or Liverpool, they're going to play far different to what we see from Juve. Far different. So it's going to be a complete different style of game. Vlahovic now in behind. Oh, this is super dangerous. This is super dangerous. Hits the post. That right there maybe should have been their moment. If he scores that, you have a chance, I think. He doesn't score it, so I think the chance is kind of gone. Pass lack. Is that Guerrero in an acre of space? He can't head a football. That is the problem. He can't head a football. Is Ozcan going to be in trouble there? No, just a yellow. It's always just yellows. I haven't seen a red in FIFA for, well, maybe since the first month. Not that that was a red card. I just haven't seen a red in FIFA unless it's been like 2 yellows in months. Kostic coming on now to give Juve some hope. Here come Juve, Kostic. To Vlahovic. The fact that Vlahovic isn't quick has been such a big part of the way this tie's turned out. Because he's not been quick, it's made my life so much easier. Adeyemi pumps that one in behind to Sebastian Haller, where he thrives. Ah, it's beyond the post. More subs. Andreas Milik coming on. Again, no pace up top for Juve, so I don't need to worry as much. We will make subs too. We know what we do at this point. Almada comes on. Gittins is going to come on, and he's going to swap with Adeyemi. I'm going to play Adeyemi up top. I don't want to bring Makoko on. Let's keep him rested, and I think that might be it. Do I rest Brandt? No, let's give him the full 90. Unless something insanely drastic happens now, we will be in the final. Paul Pogba's even on the pitch now for Juve, but nothing is working for them. They're just struggling to break us down, and I'm not sure I thought it was going to go that way, but after that first match again, it was just pretty easy to stop them from breaking us down. Well, Gittins does brilliantly now. Gittins, can he do? Is he going to go all the way? That's a great ball roll, but it takes him into Bremer and pulls it back across to Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham then slides that one into Almada. We know how good he's been this season. He's not going to score it, but Gittins will. I mean, it's in added on time. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever. But Gittins will bag a goal, the substitute. It will be 1-0 on the night. That means we beat them in both legs. 4-1 on aggregate. Borussia Dortmund are going to a Champions League final, where we will indeed face Barcelona, who beat Liverpool 5-1 on aggregate. Since these last 2 games don't really matter, I'm actually just going to sim through them. We get to the final now as quickly as possible. We beat Hertha 3-0, so regardless, we would have won the league. And then we go on to beat Union Berlin 3-1 as well. So, I mean, dominant performance in the league this year. Now, the terrible news in those games is that Marco Reus has got himself injured. He will be, unfortunately, watching from the bench with us. I'm sure he's out for 3 months. He's not going to be here for the final. It means I'm pretty sure I'm going to give the captain's armband for the final to Jude Bellingham. News of Bayern Munich as well, going on to win the Pokal, so not the worst season. Do I make a really big play here and change it? I'm going to do that. I'm starting Almada in the final. The man has been unbelievable in his form. He's been fantastic. Wolf is going to come in and start the final as well. It's too big of a game not to. Actually, no Schlotterbeck, which is a huge issue for me. Ray Chan will stay at CDM, I think. I think we'll keep him there. I like Ozcan, I like Caicedo, but this will potentially be his last season, so I'm going to give him the CDM position for this final. He's a veteran as well. He's well versed at these situations. Jude Bellingham nearly up to 90 now at this point. But that is the 11 to take on Barcelona. Lewandowski, Rafinha. Oh, God, do I love that man. Fran Torres on the left. The young Luis Alberto. New signing, I think. Frank Kessie. Christiansen could be undone in this one. Kunde, Lazari, Alonso to Stegen is going to be very hard to get the goal. He's so good in net. I'm not sure, you know, and you guys could probably realize this if you've been here for a while. If we've ever won the Champions League in season 1. This is a nice stadium as well, but the fans are miles away from us. I don't know if we've ever won the Champions League in season 1. I think this would be a first. We've won the Bundesliga. We've won those. I don't think we've ever won the Champions League. This is a crazy opportunity to do that, but I am nervous. I know Barcelona are just going to be extremely good. We've, of course, gone to 4 minutes as well for this final. Such a big game. That is a mistake. Bellingham runs it through to Almada. Big opportunity for him. He's the kind of player, actually, that that Barcelona would like. Oh my God, Daniel Marlon finds Sebastian Haller. Moments into the game, we're going to take the lead in the Champions League final. 1-0 Borussia Dortmund. These two have linked up perfectly all season, and why wouldn't they in the Champions League final? Haller has had a wonderful year for the club. That's 9 in the Champions League as well. He's got to be the Champions League top goal scorer. Not over just yet, though. Plenty of time in this final for Barcelona to worm their way back in. Give the ball away again, though. This time, Marlon's going to play that one forward to Almada. Almada now just has pace to burn. Almada, oh my God, what are Barcelona doing? Thiago Almada makes it 2-0. I knew they'd be more open. This time it's Haller with an assist, but Almada just put on the jets, spun away from, I think it's Christensen. I don't know who it is, actually. It is Christensen, and just finds the back of the net. Justified starting him now. He's probably going to be the starter there next season. Genuinely. I'm excited to see what he does. Now, I think Bayern Munich will come back bigger and better next season. They've had a really awful first season. We saw it when we did Leipzig last year. If Bayern Munich get off to a bad start and you're one of the better sides in the Bundesliga, it does make it a little bit easier to win it. That's why the Premiership is probably the hardest league to manage in on the game. I actually think with the way they're playing, there's going to be room to bag even more, if I'm being honest with you. Well in, Daniel. Oh, if he finds Almada, then it's surely free. Barcelona are really playing this one on the edge. And we, so far in this match, are defending perfectly. Ferran Torres squeezes that one in. Marcus Alonso, don't give away. A penalty, Wolf. Oh, Ferran Torres. Oh, he's given the penalty. He's given a yellow. I thought we were going to get away with it. To be honest with you, I don't think it's a penalty because I think Marcus Alonso buys this. He slides in. And he doesn't fall. It's after he kicks the ball, or he might have kicked Wolf a little bit, that then he slides, then he falls down. Lewandowski don't miss many of these. Oh, Robert Lewandowski. Oh, I went too early. He's too good. 2-1. Well, drama in the Champions League. And Wolf, he's lacking sharpness. That could have been a mistaken call from me. Maybe he should have stuck with Mooney here. I don't know. He wants Haller. He might get Haller. Oh, that's beautiful, Bellingham. Oh, my God. That would have been perfect to make it 3-1. What an insane 25 minutes in the Champions League final. If you were watching this at home as a neutral, you'd be loving every second of this match. Now, you might have noticed that I didn't give Jude the captain's armband. I gave it to Hummels. He's been such a good servant to the club this year. And I'm pretty sure Hummels would probably have the captain's armband or has had the captain's armband a lot in the past. I thought maybe it makes sense for it to be him. I don't know. I was so 50-50 and on the fence about who was going to be my captain, but it would have never been Emre Can. It would have always been between Royce, Hummels, and most likely Jude Bellingham. But I thought it was just a little bit more fitting for it to be Hummels. Is that the ball I needed? Almada is offside. I know some of you won't like the idea of that in the comments. I know you won't. Some of you don't like Hummels, but I'm a fan. He's a vet of the club. This is huge for him, and he's had such a good season. I think people forget that. His header nearly sent us here as well, so... yeah, I went Mats Hummels in the end. Maybe the nostalgia in me a little bit took over, but yeah, I went for Hummels. Well, Barcelona look far better now, and it's going to take some good defending to keep them out. Look at this. Lewandowski piling down the wing. We know he's not quick. He did a good job of getting that back to Lazari. Oh my God, that's a great ball in. Oh, Rafinha messed it up. We can go in at the half, 2-1 ahead. Is it comfortable? No. No, it's not. My hands are very sweaty, but we are in the lead. Tell you what, Almada's really impressed me. This is the first time I'll have been in an occasion like this. And he's doing brilliantly. Bellingham! Oh, right at the start of the half. We hit Barcelona. They've been caught napping. It's Daniel Marlon, not Jude Bellingham. What a finish. What a ball again from Sebastian Haller. 1 goal, 2 assists, and a Champions League final. Maybe that man deserved the captaincy because he's the reason why we are winning this. Sometimes you need players to step up in the big occasion. He's doing it now. Is this him again? Oh my God, I thought Haller was going to score. Comes Rafinha. Oh, stop sliding in with Wolf. That's what I need to do. Oh, that's a good ball back across. Oh, it's lovely. Ferran, what a save, Kobel. That was a massive save. I'm going to stop this being a shorter man by putting Wolf there as well. Almada will collect that one nicely. And just be sensible now, boys. Oh, that's a reckless tackle. Is it going to be a red? Of course, it's not going to be a red. It is. It's going to be a red. It's his second yellow for Luis Alberto. He's lost his head. We are playing 3-1 up against Barcelona, and they have a red card. Drama, drama, drama in the Champions League final as Barcelona are throwing this one away. Right, so I've had a change of heart halfway through the game, haven't I? Mats Hummels was knackered. And I brought him off for Koulibaly because, I mean, it's 10 men now. And I've also brought off Emre Can because it would have defaulted him as captain. Jude Bellingham's lifting this trophy. Honestly, I've never ummed and ahed about something more than this, but Jude Bellingham will be lifting the trophy and Almada might make it another. We have played so well. I think it's good for Koulibaly to get some experience here as well. But genuinely, Hummels was coming off anyway. I've just noticed how tired he is. His stamina is a little bit poor. And then when I noticed that it was going to default to Emre Can, I was like, not a chance. So we got it to Bellingham. And that's really, it's just down to the fact that Mats Hummels couldn't finish an entire game because tracking back against Barcelona in this match has been hard. Look at that from Koulibaly in a Champions League final where we look dead set to be the winners. Go on, Sebastian Haller to cap it off. 4-1 against Barcelona. If only I could perform like this against the big sides in the Blackburn series, it'd be a different story. We're struggling over there on that one. But Sebastian Haller has been different gravy. So has Daniel Marlon. What a goal this turns out to be. And that just marks off an unbelievable performance where Sebastian Haller will get a brace and also he will get 2 assists. And I just want to highlight that that man this year did something unbelievable in what he beat. And this is just fantastic to see. I can't believe Barcelona had a man sent off. Well, it's time to bring on Guerrero. He's coming on at left back. This is most likely his last appearance for the club, so I wanted to bring him on. It's probably Jude's as well, but I want Jude to go out in glory, lifting the trophy. And yeah, Guerrero has been good. I've enjoyed using him. The only reason, really, to be honest with you, I'm selling him is because it looks like he's been sold in real life. If he wasn't, he probably would have stayed at the club. Bellingham. Oh, he's played in a wonderful ball to Wolf. Can Wolf get revenge for the penalty? He can. Oh my God, it's 5. They're struggling like mad with 10 men. I did not expect this level of performance in a Champions League final. Yeah, we're playing against 10 men, to be fair. Gio's going to come on now for Marlon, give him a bit of an experience, but wow, what a performance. I thought when it was at 2-1, we were in trouble. This will be bittersweet, though, to be fair, because Lewandowski, of course, ex-Borussia Dortmund player, never won the Champions League with them. Well, he's not going to win it with Barcelona either. Of course, he won it with Bayern Munich, but he won't win it with Barcelona. I said then, the end of the misery for Barcelona, as Borussia Dortmund are going to have done a double this year. We're going to be Bundesliga champions and Champions League champions. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some circumstances that led to this. We did have quite an easy run to the Champions League final. Okay, I'll make no bones about that. That can definitely be said. We did have a pretty easy run to the Champions League final, and I think that is probably the reason why we find ourselves here. And in a final, it's a one-off shot game, and we scored 2 goals early, shell-shocked Barcelona. They get back into the match, red card. It would have never been 5-1 without the red card, but there was so much space for me to exploit once that red card had happened. But here it is. I mean, Haller. What a performance. If they did MVPs in these kind of games, they do man of the match. He'll have won it. And he'll get a little cheeky award. But there we go. Jude Bellingham, final season at Borussia Dortmund. Because we have to be honest, just because we've won the Champions League now with Borussia Dortmund, and we've won the Bundesliga, nobody will think that we will repeat this next season. Bayern Munich will come back better, and we will have harder ties and harder games in the Champions League. We got extremely lucky in this competition, so I want people to bear that in mind. It's not going to be easy going forward. Things will get harder, and next season could be a really tough one, but we can rejoice, we can enjoy it, the fans can enjoy it, because what a wonderful season we have had here with Borussia Dortmund. Fantastic scenes getting to see Jude Bellingham lift the trophy. I couldn't be more excited for him. Just what a great season. It wouldn't be an end of season if we didn't go through the squad, talk about it a little bit, and give our opinion on this year. And the easiest thing for me to do is start at top goal scorer Sebastian Haller. Of course, we'll be here next season. 5 assists as well for him. Top goal scorer in the Champions League. Pivotal to the success this season. I think what would be worrying is the man right behind him, Jude Bellingham, will not be here next season. 11 goals, 12 assists. This weakens us massively. An insane amount this weakens us. He's the second top goal scorer, and he's the leading assist maker. So, makes life hard. Yorkiemann as well. Bit of a resurgence year for him. I'm super excited to see how much he grows next year as well. Royce is up there. What a great year for him. As well, club captain. Really would have loved to have him in that final. Mokoko's up there. Big year for him next year. Up 3 this year. It's going to be important next season for him. Julian Brandt, will he be here? Will he not? Let me know what you think. I mean, if we're losing Guerrero and Bellingham, does Brandt still go? I mean, we are the kind of club that we've had this success now. Dortmund have had that in the past. They've made it to Champions League finals, and again, they're one-off shootouts. So they've done this. This is something that they've achieved in the past and still lost their best players. So I think that could be the case. You've got to look at someone like Almada, though. He's gone up by 2. He came in halfway through the season. 4 goals. I think he's going to be a perfect replacement in the centre of the park, to be honest with you. I'm excited to see what he does next year. Really solid suggestion. And De La Vega as well, more game time. I think we give the youngsters more game time. Kobel, what a year for him. 20 clean sheets. I don't think I've had a goalkeeper do that before. Kirkes, we need to see more from him. There's players that are out on loan that will come back and be sold pretty much instantly. Abby Collins, probably another loan for him. Hummels going down to probably his last season. Sula and Schlotterbeck will be the mainstays, but we're going to need more defenders. I like Koulibaly. Had a good year. We'll continue to play next year, but I need another centre-back. Wolf, good season for him. Fair play. 8 goals for Wolf. No slouch. I think we need another right-back. That's quite obvious because Munier, I mean, he's just not doing it for us, so we need another right-back, but Wolf has been fantastic. Ozcan, you guys wanted more game time. He went up to Caicedo as well, up to more game time for him again next season. Yorkiemann, we've already spoken about. Gittins went up by 5. Very good season, in my opinion, for Gittins at 18. He's going to be superb in a couple of seasons' time. Guerrero up by 7, mainly because of the position change. He's going to be sold by the looks of it, and I think we'll get a lot of money for him. Ray Chan's a weird one. I am going to convert him to be a centre-back. He's not going to be a CM or a CDM anymore, so the centre-mid is a position we definitely need to fix. Some of you might think we should probably just move him on, so I'd love to know people's opinions on that. Reader didn't get much game time. Might be a loan for him next season, although he is capable of playing centre-mid, and maybe he gets more game time with players leaving the club. Gio, minus that injury, superb. Up 3. Can't wait to use him more. He's been fantastic. Him and De La Vega might be our right side next season. Now, Nauf looks unbelievable, or Nauf, don't know how you say his name. Looks fantastic. Went up by 2. Good season. But I am hearing that Frankfurt are going to sign him in real life. If that is the case, we'll let him go. Morgan Hazard's another one. I think he'll come back and we will sell him. Arieme, done well. I think we will convert him to be a left mid. I like him out there on the left, and the fact that he's versatile, can play up top, but I think that's his position, and he needs to play there more next season in order to him to go up. Him and Marlon could be our left mids next year. And Makoko, what a fantastic year. Up by 3 at the age of 18. He's going to be a superstar. But that's going to be it for me, boys. That's going to be it to the end of our season. What a fantastic year it's been. We end up being Champions League winners. We end up being Bundesliga winners. But again, we're doing a second season regardless, because I think the big thing is this year was a fairy tale. It was a one-off. It was a Leicester City, if you like. Next year, there's no way it's going to be the same, because we're going to have to make so many changes. There'll be a lot of money coming into the club, so we will have money to spend, but we are not changing our philosophy. There may be a couple of older players that do come in that are more established, maybe from other German sides, but we're going to stick to this Borussia Dortmund philosophy and see what we can do in season number 2 with those changes and replacing those big players. I think it'll be really fun to see how we handle replacing them. Appreciate the support this series has seen. It's been pretty decent, I can't lie. Like, Borussia Dortmund's been a really popular save, so thank you very much for that. Smash subscribe, hit the like button, get your suggestions in, and I will see you for season number 2.